Hi everyone, hi there. We are continuing our series that we started, the 10 questions to grade 9, and this is the first topic, quadratic, that we were doing. We have done till question number 4, and from question number 5 we are doing it here. It says solve the following: 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 1 equals 4x plus 5. There's a short trick. You can expand it conventionally, or there is a short trick if there are two variables, constants, and they are exactly the same, but you're multiplying one time when there is a positive sign and one time there is a negative sign. It's always equals to this. That means a plus b times a minus b is always equals to a squared minus b squared. So, considering the same, 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 1 is equals to 4x plus 5. That means 2 times x plus 1 times x minus 1 will give you x squared minus 1 is equals to 4x plus 5. Now this will be 2x squared minus 2 is equals to 4x plus 5. And this can be written as 2x squared minus 4x minus 7 is equals to 0. Now we have to look into this. The product should be equals to AC. That means A is 2, B is negative 4, C is negative 7. Product should be A times C, that is negative 14, and sum should be negative 4. We have to start numbers always. This is the best trick to find two numbers. Always start with the product. That means product is negative 14, right? So product itself and 1. So 14 and 1, but product has to be negative. And the sign can be understood by looking into the product and the sum both. So product basically is negative and sum is negative. That means one number has to be negative, and since sum is negative, that means the bigger number has to be negative. In that case, I'll put negative 14 as, put negative sign before 14 as it's the bigger number. Now you have to see the prime number, the smallest prime number now that can divide 14. That will be 2, and 2 divided by 14 will be 7, so minus 7. Now other than that, the next prime number that can divide 14 is 7 itself. So again you will get the same combination. So these two combinations are the possible combination in this case. And apart because it says your sum has to be negative 4, that means these two are not going to give me any answer. So factorization is a little bit tougher in this case, so we can opt directly for quadratic formula. Or even if you think that quadratic formula will work, if you are in the favor of quadratic formula always, you can do that one. So minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac by 2a. That means 7 plus minus root of 7 squared minus 4 times a times c, which is negative 7. B is negative 4 here, so let me just replace b. So plus 4, because negative is already there and b is also negative, so 4 plus minus root b squared, 4 squared minus 4 times ac over 2a, 4 squared, and here it will be 7 over 2 times a, which is this. On solving, we'll get x1 as 3.12132 and x2 as negative 1.12132. Moving on to the next one. Here I can clearly see these are the fractions, so we have to cross multiply. So cross multiplication is x plus 1 times x minus 4, and here it will be negative 6. Now expanding, we'll get x squared minus 4x plus x minus 4 is equals to negative 6. X squared minus 3x, and bring it on to the left hand side, will give you plus 2 equals 0. Now the product is 2 and sum is negative 3. Clearly the two numbers are negative 2 and negative 1. So which will give you x minus 1 times x minus 2 is equals to 0. x1 is 1 and x2 is 2. Here, this doesn't look like your conventional quadratics. It's 1 over x minus 15 over x squared plus 1 over 4 equals 0. Your x squared is in denominator, so don't get like panic. You just need to multiply the biggest variable. Biggest variable, that means because we want to remove that denominator. So clearly the variable which has the highest power, we have to multiply with it. The variable which has the highest power is x squared. So multiplying with x squared, I'll get, obviously I'm multiplying each term with x squared. This will give you x minus 15 plus x squared by 4 equals 0. Now 4 is in denominator, still it's there, so just multiply with 4 as well. So both the sides by 4. This will give you 4x minus 60 plus x squared is equals to 0. Or if I rearrange it in the standard form, x squared plus 4x minus 60. Product is negative and sum is positive. That means one number is negative, product is negative. That means clearly one number is negative. And if sum is positive, that means the bigger number is positive. In that case, we have to multiply, we have to put plus sign to the bigger number and you have to give negative sign to the smaller number. Always start, the product is 60, so always start with the number itself and 1. That means first combination is 60, 1 and smaller number has to be negative. The next smaller or the smallest prime number that can divide 60 is 2. So 2 and this will be 30. Next prime number is 3, so this will be 20. Next is 4 and this will be 15. Next is 5 and this will be 12. Next is 6 and this will be 10. Then 7, 8, so on. So I think this one is better because now we'll get the repetition and we got the answer right here because sum has to be 4. This will not give me sum 4. No. This is giving me 4. That means two numbers are 10 and negative 6. So I can say it will be x plus 10 and x minus 4 equals 0. From here, x1 is equals to negative 10 and x2 is positive 4. The next question says the perimeter of a given equilateral triangle is 3x plus 9. If the area of the triangle is root 48 centimeters square, then find the value of x. See, this is an equilateral triangle, which means all the sides are 3x plus 9. There is a direct formula to calculate area of an equilateral triangle, which is root 3 by 4a squared. If you don't know, if you're not able to recall or remember it, you can just go by the conventional method. That means this whole length is 3x plus 9. Then draw the perpendicular and calculate the height from this right triangle. Apply Pythagoras. Once you have this height, then you can do half times base times that particular height and it will give you area. And obviously in order to calculate, when you draw perpendicular, it will divide into two equal halves. So this half will be 3x plus 9 over 2. This is 3x plus 9. So you can calculate height from here. Here I am just directly applying the formula, which is root 3. Area is root 3 over 4a squared. And this value is equals to root 48. So root 3 over 4, a is 3x plus 9 whole squared. And this is root 48. Now we can simplify. Root 48 is a third. We can simplify it. Either you can, well, I think it would be better. Either you can divide both the sides by root 3 or you can just directly simplify here. If you simplify this, this will come out to be 4 root 3. And this is root 3 over 4, 3x plus 9 whole squared. Divide both the sides by root 3, you will get 3x plus 9 whole squared by 4 is equals to 4. Now multiply both the sides by 4. we'll get 3x plus 9 whole squared is equals to 16. Either you can just expand this bracket, that is 3x plus 9, and convert it into quadratic and get the value, or right here take the root, which is way more simpler. So it will be 3x plus 9 and root of 16 is plus minus 4. So one time I'll put positive 4. This will give me 3x is equals to 4 minus 9, which is negative 5, and x is negative 5 over 3. And second value I'll get when I put negative 4. So 3x is equals to negative 13 and x is negative 13 over 3. Now we have to see which value can I put. The sides are 3x plus 9. I have to choose that value of x which will not make the entire length negative, because a length can never be negative. So on putting x is equals to negative 5 over 3, this is giving me positive value. Whereas when I'm putting negative 13, it's clearly giving me a negative value. So obviously the value that I'm going to select for x is this one, negative 5 over 3. Moving on to the next question, it says a ball is thrown vertically upward in the air. The height at any time in seconds is given by hx is equals to negative 5t squared plus 25t minus 1, where hx is in meters. Calculate the maximum height. So see, a ball is vertically thrown upward. It's like this. And the height at any time is given by this. That means, say for example, we want to know what will be the height of the ball when you have thrown, or after the 1 second of throwing the ball. That means I'll put t is equals to 1 in this case, and I'll get the particular height. So this is how you can get this whole curve. But they're asking the maximum height, that means this they're asking, and this is nothing, it's a turning point. And we know turning point is what? How can we calculate algebraically turning point? By converting the given equation into the vertex form, and that can be done by completing the square method. Completing the square method can be used, like you can convert the equation by this method conventionally, or you can just directly apply the formula. Whether you are applying formula or doing it conventionally, one thing you have to keep in mind that a should be equals to 1. If it's not, you have to make it. That means if I compare it, a is negative 5, b is 25, c is negative 1, a is not equals to 1. We have to make the coefficient of a. So in this case, I'll be taking out minus 5 out as common. So minus 5. Remaining would be t squared minus 5t plus 1 over 5. Now I can apply the formula. I'm here directly applying the formula, which is x plus b by 2 whole squared minus b by 2 whole squared plus c. So in this case, on comparing, I'll get a, only the one that's inside the bracket. If I'll compare, I'll get a as 1, b as negative 5, and c is 1 over 5. Putting these values in this form, I'll keep minus 5 out as it is, and it would be x plus b by 2. b is negative 5, so x minus 5 by 2 whole squared minus 5 by 2 whole squared, and plus c is 1 by 5. So this will be x minus 5 by 2 whole squared minus 25 by 4 plus 1 over 5 minus 5, and this is x minus 5 by 2 whole squared, and taking it will be LCM, will 25 times 5 over 20 plus 4 over 20. So this will be minus 5 and x minus 5 by 2 whole squared, and this will be minus 125 plus 4, which is minus 121 by 20. I'm just continuing it here. So minus 5 times x minus 5 by 2 whole squared minus 121 by 20. Obviously I need to multiply minus 5 with every term. I'll get minus 5 times x minus 5 by 2 whole squared plus 121 by 4. Once you convert it into the vertex form, which is a times x plus b whole squared plus c, minus b comma c is always your turning point, which is in this case 5 by 2 comma minus 121 by 4, and this is your turning point. They are asking maximum height, that means hx, which is y. That means y coordinate will give you the maximum height. So this is nothing but 121 by 4 meters will give you the maximum height. Moving on to the next question. Now this question says calculate the turning point and the roots, basically the x-intercept. X-intercept, that means those values of x for which value of y is 0, or those values of x where the curve is crossing the x-axis. Clearly this is -3 and -1. So x1 is -1, x2 is -3. This is the turning point, which you can see is -2, -1. So turning point is -2 comma -1. Now moving on to the next question. Sarah did a calculation to find the roots of the quadratic equations. These are the steps she followed. Question is 3x squared minus 10x minus 3, and she actually used the quadratic formula. On using quadratic formula, she got minus 10 plus minus root of 10 squared minus 4 times 3 minus, okay, see, she used the quadratic formula, which is minus b plus minus root b squared minus 4ac by 2a. On comparing this equation with the standard equation, I got a as 3, b as -10, c as -3. On substituting, I'll get 10, because -10 is already the value of b, and in the formula it's negative b itself. So negative and negative will become positive. So this formula will now become 10 plus minus root of -10 squared minus 4 times a times c over 2a, which is 3. But she used -10 instead of +10, so that's her mistake. She kept -10 instead of +10, so she was wrong in step 1 itself, and which has changed her whole calculation. And this one is our last question. A parabola has equation 4x squared minus kx plus 1 equals 0. Find the value or the values of k for which the equation has only one solution. See, this parabola has equation this. There is a way to know whether the roots are going to be real, not real, equal, or distinct values, and that is done by the discrimination. See, discrimination is b squared minus 4ac. Yes, it's the same one which is inside the root of your quadratic formula. So quadratic formula is minus b plus minus root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So now this b squared minus 4ac, which is called the discriminant, this will decide the nature of the root. See, for example, this b squared minus 4ac is positive. That means d is greater than 0. If this whole is positive, so there will be some value of this root. That means minus b plus that root value divided by 2a, and minus b minus root of that value divided by 2a. You will get two real and distinct roots. Now similarly, this will become 0. This whole will become 0. That means your discriminant is 0. If this whole will become 0, so it doesn't matter if I'm adding 0 or subtracting 0. In both the cases, I'll get same value for x. So x is minus b by 2a, and again x2 will also be minus b by 2a. So in this case, you will get, when d is equals to 0, you will get two equal and real roots. And now if this inside is negative, if this is negative, that means the root of negative number is not possible. So in that case, when d is lesser than 0, you will get no real roots. So it will be imaginary basically. So coming back to this question, a parabola has equation 4x squared minus kx plus 1, and equation should have one solution. That means your discriminant should be equals to 0. Your discriminant is what? A is 4, b is negative k, and c is 1. So b squared minus 4 times ac is equals to 0. K squared minus 16 equals 0. K squared equals 16, or we can factorize right here, which is k plus 4 times k minus 4 equals 0. So we'll get two different values for k. K1 is positive 4 and k2 is negative 4. We have to find the solution of the curve, and we can find it just by substituting the value of k. So let me substitute the value of k first as positive 4. So 4x squared minus 4x plus 1 when I substituted k as positive 4. So in this case, the product should be 4 and sum should be negative 4 as well. So we can choose negative 2 and negative 2, because negative 2 and negative 2 will give you 4, and negative 2 and negative 2 on adding will give you negative 4. So 4x squared minus 2x plus 1. Taking out 2x is common, 2x minus 1 and 2x minus 1. 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1, that is whole squared, is equals to 0. Or we can say 2x is equals to 1 and x is equals to half. Obviously, you will get the same value. That's already mentioned there, has one solution only. So x1, x2 both are half. This is when I substitute k is equals to 4. On substituting k is equals to negative 4, I'll get 4x squared plus 4x plus 1 equals 0. Again, the two numbers are 2 and 2, because product is 4 and sum is also 4. So 4x squared plus 2x plus 1 equals 0. Taking out 2x as common, so 2x plus 1, and here also 2x plus 1. Again, we'll get 2x plus 1 whole squared, and x is negative half. So x1, x2 are negative half. So in this way, we can find the solution. Well, this was the last question of these 10 questions to grade 9. Obviously, we have covered, we have seen the graphical method, how to find answer through graphical method with quadratic formula, by factorization, by completing the square method, and even we have seen the nature of roots and some other type of questions. So these 10 questions will definitely help you in improving your grades, and even if you're not aware of this topic, still you will be able to crack questions if you'll do these 10 questions. So that's it for today. In the next class, I'll be returning with simultaneous equations. Bye everyone, take care.